we have taken a break over the last couple of weeks from gathering together as a church family because of concerns with COVID. As of today, we have 4 confirmed cases from the past couple of weeks, and so we just felt that it was best to not gather together for these 2 weeks. However, we do want you to know that the leadership team has met, and we are going to do everything we can to not shut down in the future. And so we are going to ask for your cooperation so that we can try our best to stay open, to stay gathering together, and to allow ourselves to not have to shut down in the future. That is our goal, but it's going to take all of us working together to try to accomplish this. And so today, I want to review with you some guidelines specific to our Sunday gatherings. Now, we are going to begin gathering again this Sunday, September 26th, for both Sunday school and the worship celebration. And then we'll begin Wednesday on the 29th to gather for our Wednesday ministries. These guidelines, while some may be appropriate for both Sunday and Wednesday, the guidelines I want to review with you this morning are specific to our Sunday gathering. So please take a few moments to watch this video and to remind yourself of our guidelines. First of all, let me just emphasize with you, if you've been exposed to COVID, or if you are having any symptoms at all, please stay home. We offer opportunities for you to participate through online Bible study and online worship. And we want to encourage you that if you have been exposed or if you are experiencing symptoms, that you stay home for a week or two, take time to get through that period where you can determine whether or not if you do have COVID, and please take advantage of our online ministries. Also, as of this past Tuesday, the city of Westerville was declared a state of emergency. And that means that they are asking that all masks be worn in all public buildings. What we're asking you to do is that when you enter the building, when you're moving around within the building, that you wear a mask. However, once you're seated, if you feel that you're appropriately spaced, if you feel that there's no danger to you concerning COVID, you may take your mask off once you are seated. But again, that decision is your decision on what to do with that. And so we want to encourage you, as you come in the building, move around the building, please have a mask on. And then once you're seated, if you feel comfortable enough removing the mask, you certainly can do so. Also, we're going to ask you to refrain from any physical contact with others. This will help minimize the spread of COVID, and we want to do all that we can to not shut down in the future. And so we're going to ask you to appropriately space yourself, to not have any physical contact with others. And that even means when you're seated, as much as possible, whether in the classroom or in the auditorium, that you would take time to determine that you are appropriately distanced from someone else who is outside of your family. Also, we want you to know that during the Sunday school hour, which begins at 9:30, we're going to ask the teachers to keep the classroom doors open. Now, we know that this is going to cause a distraction because we're dealing with children, we're dealing with classrooms that are next to each other. We know it's going to be a distraction, but we feel that for proper ventilation, to try to help keep people healthy, it is best if classrooms, the doors remain open. And so we don't want that to take you by surprise on Sunday when you hear a lot of commotion possibly coming from those classrooms. And then also, we want to just ask that there be no self-serve food. So that means don't bring food in to share with one another. Don't bring food in that's just going to be an open snack for anyone to come and to just take what they want. If a Sunday school class wants to have snacks, they need to work with their teacher. So if it's a children's class, obviously the teacher would take care of this. If it's the teens or an adult class, you need to work with your teacher to determine what is appropriate. And we are asking that if there is food or snacks in the classrooms, that one person be designated to properly serve the food, which means probably having a mask on as well as gloves, sanitary food gloves, to help serve the food to the others. We don't want any self-serve food in our classrooms. Again, we're just trying to minimize the contact or trying to minimize the spread of COVID by doing this. So we would ask your help with that. Also, when it comes to dropping your children off in Sunday school, they will remain in their Sunday school class until time for worship. In between the Sunday school period and worship, we're asking the teachers to bring the whole class into the auditorium. Now, the way our classrooms are situated, that is just walking right across the hallway into a doorway into the auditorium. But we are asking for your help as parents that in that time period between Sunday school and worship, that you meet up with your children in the auditorium. If they need to use the restroom before worship begins, take them out of the auditorium to the restroom, help them with that, and then bring them back into the auditorium. The children will remain in the auditorium through our small talk. Once small talk has taken place, the junior church teachers will then take their appropriate classes out the appropriate doors to the classroom. And so we want to make you aware of that, and we need your help meeting them in the auditorium between Sunday school and between the worship service. And then finally, as we've done in the past, to help minimize the traffic in the hallways coming in and out of the building, when worship is finished, we will dismiss the families out of the auditorium first who have children in junior church. This will give them time to go get their children, to begin to exit the building, and then the rest of us will be dismissed appropriately at that time. We know this is a very unusual time. We know that this past year and a half has been a test upon us individually as well as a church corporately. We do appreciate your cooperation. We appreciate your help. And we want to do all that we can to not shut down in the future, even if we have a confirmed COVID case among us. And the leadership team is making plans for that. We're discussing that and what our approach will be if there are other confirmed cases in the future. But for now, this is our plan. And we just ask you to be very prayerful about this, that you be very prayerful about your participation, and that you come expecting God to do something wonderful among us, even in these most unusual times. Thank you, God bless you, and have a great day.